Friends, brethren, and beta readers, last Sunday in Mass in many Catholic churches in the United States and Europe, we celebrated Called by Name Sunday. The intent of this service was to inspire younger adults, especially men, to consider religious life as a vocation and hopefully the priesthood. I only observed a few teenage boys at church. I have noticed this trend over the past 30 years, and this reduction of children at worship is concerning. Back in the 1990s, our daughters were altar servers because there was a shortage of boys at Mass back then. I believe this shortage was partly due to the rise in weekend sporting events. Way back in the 1970s, when I was in high school, most sports were after school, and one school night was left open for religious education or youth group activities. I attended CCD and Young Life during high school in Southeast Portland. My elementary after-school stay-out-of-trouble activities revolved around scouting. I enjoyed the Boy Scouts, especially except for the uniform, and I never had a negative experience. Girls were not part of our troop. My two sisters were Girl Scouts. These days there are about equal weekend sport tournaments for girls as there is for boys. I thank God that our girls did not have to compete against boys. One daughter was a volleyball player, the other a 4-year varsity swimmer. In the 80s and 90s, keeping kids active and involved was society's way of keeping kids out of trouble and off drugs. Two of the more famous special programs for inner city kids are midnight basketball and hoops in the hood. I believe only a few cities still fund these two basketball programs. These days, organizations like the Inner City Muslim Action Network, that acronym, are actively engaged in community development. They operate on a $25 million budget. I had issues trying to search out information about I believe their website is hosted somewhere in Iran, so be warned about doing a deep dive Google search. What I did find out about org is that they are focused on funding Islamic spiritual principles and social organizing and activism. There is no way a Christian organization could fuse Christian spiritual principles in today's climate via activism and not be rebuked by the news media. I do respect the way the Muslim leaders proselytize and I do believe that my AI research that predicts that the Islamic belief system will be in the majority by 2050. I have been doing quite a bit of research on that. So with that, I'm going to end. Take care, read the Bible, especially the New Testament, attend church, and always seek infinite peace. Thank you.